And hello, everyone. Welcome to the review of World of the Final the Fantasy. Joining me is Anastasia Lazerbeam.
It hurts so much.
And the sad gamer Richter Hammer.
You didn't do it, him, you dick. You're such an asshole.
I thought it'd make you feel special.
I hate you.
But no, this is World of Final Fantasy, the review. Basically, it's a spin-off of Final Fantasy, which is similar to, I believe, Pokemon, and I know it's similar to Pokemon, but I've heard people compare it to, is it Nino Kunai or whatever?
Yeah.
One of those games, people compared it to that as well. I was like, oh, okay, so it must be similar to that as well, but with classic Final Fantasy elements mixed in. I like this game. I'm just going to start off the review by saying that easily. I love this game.
Wow.
It's
Good night, everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But the story is... we'll start with the story if you want. I'm not sure how much of the story you've seen, Rick, and I think it's the same on PlayStation Vita as it is on PlayStation 4 for everyone out there listening. We've played it on PS4. The Vita one, I believe, is the exact same, but there's slightly less effects in battle. It's the same with you. But yeah, basically, the story is about these two twins, or two siblings, and their strange ability to capture mirages, which are like monsters and stuff. And yeah, they're slowly going through the world trying to fulfill this prophecy to stop this ultimate evil.
Yeah.
Which, I want to give spoilers, but I don't know how much I can give. Because I know it'd ruin it for Pew, definitely, because she's played, I think she's not played.
I think I got the second, just recently got the Earth Key. That's as far as I've gone.
Well, I'll do that, Pew, and just warn you, spoiler.
Okay, then I'll be like, okay, go for my headset.
Hey. Spoiler. It turns out you are the ultimate evil.
Wait a
and
second.
as we all know, what was that, Pew?
No, I turned on my headset, but it was actually coming through the computer the whole time. Oh, God.
Okay, you're an idiot, Pew. But yeah, mute it. As I was saying, it turns out you are the twins were the ultimate evil. They help fulfill the prophecy and stuff without realizing they are. Little Tama sacrifices her life to rewind time. It was such a sad ending, but then we get the true ending. Woo! And boom, non-spoiler. And then he stabbed her. No.
No.
No, but I will say that after you've done the ending, there is post-game stuff and stuff to unlock a true ending. And if you're like me, you have to do it 3 times, which is really funny. Because going through it the second...
Your quotes.
That was 3.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were like 3 times.
Yeah, 3. I had to do it 3 times. But yeah, I don't know why. I know I did air quotes or 3 things, but yeah. But basically, I had to do it 3 times because the way you get the true ending is after you beat the game, you do the... Pew's muted the microphone as well, which is funny, but yeah. After you've beat the game and you beat the intervention missions, you then beat the boss again and you get the other ending. Which is funny because after doing that, it unlocked an extra intervention mission for me, so I beat that and then had to go back and do it again. But it's really funny because the first time, the chain of bosses were so fucking hard. I used so many potions, I was dying like fuck. 3rd time after the XP from doing it the first time, fucking slaughtered them all. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't as hard as I remembered it. What's happened here? I've become a god.
It's like Highlander, you killed him and then took his power.
I did. Is Pew still there? Because she's muted in the hangout, it says.
Was she ever there? I think she's falling asleep. I don't know what's going on. You threw up the T, so I don't know.
And yeah. And like I said, the characters of the story are pretty good. You got Tama, who at first was the most annoying character ever. I really didn't like Tama at first as I satirized at the beginning, was using the overuse of the word "the." However, by the end of the story, she grew on me so fucking much. So much. I'm like, oh, I love Tama. I love Tama. She's so awesome. And you have Seraphine, who's basically, I would sum up as Mandy from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy if she was a pixie. Like, she has the personality that just sounds like she's bored most of the time. Where she's just like, yeah, okay, let's do this. Also, worth noting, the game does have a DLC that it gives you for free without your consent. Which is good.
It's a strange way to put that, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, good point. It gives it you regardless. You don't have to go to the store and download it. It just auto puts it onto the game.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize, like, Omega God, one of the intervention missions is DLC. I didn't realize he was DLC, and I did the mission anyway. Richter would like him. You need to Google and see what he looks like. He is a giant fucking transformer that goes
like weapon or something.
Omega God, that's his name. And he literally just eats through everything. Once you beat him, you just get given him for free. So you can summon him because there's XL mirages. I don't know if you've got to XL. How many XL mirages have you seen, Pew? You're still muted.
I guess it must be the most powerful cognate in Grimoire right now. You don't even know? This world looks to the two of you as its saviors now.
Well, this is just awkward.
She muted everything.
You can go ahead and take it from
She was gonna say, I've gotten the far as the... Oh, there's also a character that looks like Pew dressed like a chicken. Tells you stuff.
I believe she's from Final Fantasy 13 too, because you showed me that picture of her, and I was like, "Oh, okay." It does look like Pew, and I was like, "Wait, that name looks familiar." And I think in 13-2, there's a girl that dresses up as a chocobo that's a shopkeeper.
Speak, Pew. Okay, if that doesn't work, try coming out and then come back in. Because something's gone horribly wrong here, and we just lost Pew midway through. But yeah. It's like I said, you had her, which was cool. And there's loads of little joke characters throughout this, but you also get champions who you see throughout the game, which are, I believe, all of them, except for Sephiroth, are all Final Fantasy heroes. Sephiroth does get described as the anti-champion. Because there's one of the intervention missions where Cloud's really pissed off and wants to go look because he's found rumors about the silver-haired warrior. But he's like, oh no, I have to help my friends, and joins in their battle. And they're talking like, silver-haired warrior, will we ever meet him? And Seraphi's like, I don't know, maybe one day he could be DL. Hang on. But what did you think about how it looked, Rick?
Oh, it looked pretty cool. Like, I don't know, the scenery looked nice. I liked that the main characters had the two different forms. So you could change how they stacked. And the monster designs were pretty neat. That they had, and some of them had like the upgrades. Like evolutions.
Yep.
Like the little tonberries were.
Oh yeah, where they get like Bonnet Berry as the baby.
Yeah.
I got the red Bonnet Baby as day one thing, and in a Colosseum mission called Santa Wannabe because he's dressed in red and white, and when you look at his description, it goes ho ho ho, and I'm like, it's awesome, it's just like Santa. So this top's relevant, yay! But yeah, but yeah, it's a case of he's dressed like Santa, which is just wonderful. The champions, I feel, have done a good job of making you want to play the other Final Fantasy games.
Hmm.
We have a
No.
pew. We can hear a pew.
Yay.
Yay!
But I said, yeah. What did you think about the story, Pew, so far?
Oh, I like the story. It seems good and
With-
whatever. I don't like that certain at least from what you told me, certain transformations are story locked.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I said, warning: if you go to do spoilers, remember Rick that doesn't want spoilers either, so do the T.
Oh, okay.
That's not just for your benefit.
Oh, I know.
What?
No, but it's totally fine. Story's like good, and it's kind of what you expect, I guess.
It is and it isn't, because I will say near the end, I'm not going to say what the spoilers are, but they throw like a million fucking twists at you at once that make you just go, holy fuck!
I do like how parts of this cutscenes are like, okay, this is gonna be like a cartoon and like anime, and this is gonna go back to like, you know, like this kind of cutscene, and like I think they use like 3 different animation styles, which in cutscenes, which is cool. So
They do. And I will say, without spoiling what it is, the normal ending before the true ending with the credits is the most depressing thing I've ever seen. It's one of the most depressing endings ever. And it's so the opposite because, and this isn't a spoiler because it's been put online by them as well, when you get the true ending, the credits, is all the Final Fantasy fans, the sort of characters, singing a Japanese song and dancing while being cartoony and chibi. Like, it's not just chibi, they made it look like a kid's drawing as they're dancing. It's
that
fucking
sounds
wonderful.
adorable.
And it's in Japanese, sadly, because I know some people wanted the English actors to sing the song too, but I'm like, it's cool, I liked it.
Let me give you something that you want to work for.
Kind of. You want to work just because the ending was so depressing. Like, no, it can't end this way. But yeah,
Just a person like cutting themselves over a piano that plays by itself, but it's always never properly tuned.
nope. But yeah,
That was oddly specific.
she's just been watching the Smallville episode where they whispered to Lex Luger to start playing piano until his fingers bleed.
There you go.
It's weird I remember that episode. But yeah, basically, the champions as well. Like I said, the champions do a good job of making you want to play the other Final Fantasy games. Like, I'll be honest, I said this to, I think it was our friend Simon the other day. There's a rumor going around the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy will be put on PS4. And I'm like, you know what? I would totally buy that.
Was that the online one?
No, it was
No.
14 and 14-2 technically, but yeah, basically 13 and the 13 trilogy of 13, 13-2, and I believe Lightning Returns 13. Is that correct? Yeah,
Yep.
got mine. Yeah, but yeah, basically they this game, I really loved Little Lightning. Like, she's in my part. I took Sephiroth out the second I got Lightning, replaced him with Lightning, replaced another one with Snow, replaced my healer with, I can't pronounce her name properly, Shag. Okay, not Shag. Sheik. It might be her, yeah.
I
one that's
called her
like,
Chick.
it's got like a half ninja robot-y thing with arms out. She's awesome.
Yeah, she
Her
got like
ability is she comes and heals, which is cool. Because that's how I had my team. She does heal. Snow does ice damage on his little snowmobile that transforms. And Lightning, which requires 2 to summon. Cloud requires 3 to summon. So I use Lightning. She requires 2 to summon. She does a shitload of damage in once. And I'm like, yeah, that's perfect for if you're against a tough boss. Fuck it, I'm going to summon Lightning. And like I said, they made me really like Lightning. This game made me like her. So I was like, I kind of want to see more, if that makes sense.
Oh, she has her own clothing line. You could do that.
That's true.
Yeah. Because I'll admit, I've not played all the Final Fantasies. Although, I was surprised by the fact it was Simon who ended up pointing it out to me. You know that Warrior of Light?
Yes.
I was like, I don't recognize him. I think it was Simon that pointed it out to me. It might be Rick. I was like, I don't recognize him. And then they were like, no, he's mentioned in Final Fantasy 1, but his look is based on, is it Disgaea, the fighting game?
Dissidia?
It might be that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Simon said. I was like, oh, okay, that's why I've never played them. He's
Yeah,
like,
I've
yeah,
never
because he
gotten into
played
this.
them, and he was telling us which ones had their look from it when I played him, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I love the intervention missions too, which are part of the gameplay and stories. This we just breaching gap as
I
well.
like those.
They're just fun little side stories that do nothing for the main story besides later on. But basically they're just fun. They're just fun little adventures, and I liked each one of them. Like they're not part of the main story, but they do help. Like
And
one of them gives you the undead princess. I think undead princess from. Oh, it
the
was
ice place.
it was from Final Fantasy. Is it Crystal Chronicles? I think it was the
Maybe?
second one. She was from one of them anyway. I recognized her from one of them, but she was from one of them. Basically, you do the missions, Rick. Then you go back to the location where she's got a job in those cutscenes, and she's there, and you can challenge her to a fight and then imprison her, and that's how you get this star mirage.
Ah.
Like the boss is pure fire, lightning, and ice, like Shiva, Ifrita, or whatever he's called, and I think it's not Odin, it's someone else. They're like they're featured in the story heavily early on. Those three randomly break into the Colosseum, and you can catch them there, which is cool. Because once I got Shiva and then Vita, I never or Frita, or however you pronounce his name, I never turned big again. I was chibi the entire game on them, using them as my big mirages. I'm like, but now I've got the boss. I don't care if they're least powerful. They're gonna be awesome later on, and they were. Like, if Richter gets a move where he goes, Hellfire, and does like a giant death ball, like a Dragon Ball Z move to the area, just takes everyone out with fire.
That's
She
awesome.
goes, Diamond Dust, freezes everyone and goes, you'll look great on my mantle. Snaps her fingers and just kills everyone with ice. I'm like, that's so cool. But gameplay, I'll let Richter talk about the gameplay a little bit more, because I know that's the element he's played the most.
Yeah, the gameplay was pretty fun, where you get you could make stacks based off small, medium, and large sizes, and ride on guys or have people on top of your head. I thought that was pretty cool, and the demo showed it pretty well based off the few hours I played the actual version. And then there's like when you level up, you get points, and there's like, I call them mini sphere grids. I know they're not, but
They basically are the sphere grids from Ken.
they are. Yeah,
The
you
Pokeballs.
just have straight line. They're like box grids. but yeah, you have to like buy the skills and go over, and that's how you class change, evolve them, whatever it is, where you can get the bigger form.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
can they go backwards? Because I didn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And keep all their
Nice.
abilities from both forms. So even if you have
Yeah.
like
Oh.
like if you have old abilities in the like I have the Choco Chicken now, the Chocobo, I still have all the Choco Chick abilities.
Oh, I just want to point out, for the record, I pointed this out to Simon. There is one character in the game or one evolution I don't like. The Mecha Chocobo.
I don't know what that is.
You'll see him later on in like an intervention and stuff, but you can look him up online afterwards and what he looks like. I have one issue with him. He shouldn't be an evolution of a Chocobo.
Yeah.
Because when you look at his chest, it's got eye holes and a Moogle nose poking through. He's clearly a Moogle in disguise. Just a small thing, but I noticed that and I was like, he should be a Moogle whatever they call it, transfiguration.
And I think a lot of some of the evolutions I really don't like one of these dragon ones, it had 2 heads, so I managed to put 2 names and the and symbol, so I could name each of the heads in the one name. But then guess what? The evolution has 3 heads, and I can't rename it. So I want to go back and catch another one and name it 3, and give it 3 names, so that when I evolve it again, head will be named.
That guy was cool looking. The little,
Yeah.
If it's the same one, he was like adorable with the 2 little heads.
It looks like a freaking the one I have.
He becomes a badass large blue guy. It's awesome. He was one of my 2 dominators when I got large. Him and a red dragon. Then when I got the gods, basically, I'm like, no, fuck them.
The one that I have right now, which I love, It looks like a blue eyes white dragon, but it's a blue eye. It's like a blue eyes blue dragon, but that's what it basically looks like.
Oh,
Except there's
Rick,
3 heads.
there is a left claw.
Nice.
Oh, is there? I've only seen the right claw.
He's later on. He's like near one of the near final dungeons. You start seeing left claw.
So can they do moves together if you have both a left and right claw out?
They say they're devastating together, the left and right claw, and you do attack with both together, but they don't have double team moves, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But
They
left has
should.
some abilities, right doesn't. So together, like one stack couldn't really do the damage enough to kill both, because they both have different weaknesses and abilities, which makes them kind of deadly together. So it's like, that's cool.
Yeah, and also I didn't like the evolution for where the cat literally turns into a rock sphinx.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't even turn into a cat anymore. It just turns into like a half human, like noseless sphinx thing.
The Sphinx
like-
was part cat.
So bad.
Yeah, like the legs parts were cat, but it had like a human like torso thing, or like head and human head parts,
Mm-hmm.
and like that. So yeah. And also, I like how like I can change different colors of them. Like once you like get or capture the ones in different colors, you can go back to your original leveled up one and then change it to those colors if you want. So you don't have to like re-level them up every time you find a new color.
Nice.
I like the fact, because it's hard not to say this, but because which game everyone's going to compare it to anyway, it's got a lot of the element types of Pokemon like ice, fire, and the similar weaknesses and stuff. Then they have an effect I really hate. There's
What's
one
that?
effect I fucking hate. You get a timer above your head.
Oh, the Doom thing. That's so
Oh.
fucking shitty. I hate that. And
When it
there's
gets to
no,
0,
like,
your entire stack just dies. I'm like, oh.
and there's no like items to like undoom you.
Yes, there is.
I couldn't find them. Fucking Chill
Remedy-
doesn't sell it.
Remedy Plus.
Ah.
Remedy Plus can take care of it, but yeah, it's
Chocolate does
annoying.
not sell it right now, so what a bitch.
And it's worse when they get you in that and then hit you with the other ability that stops you from going.
I guess we're
Instead, you're just
Oh,
doing the
stop.
auto attack, so you can't
Oh.
pick your
And you
item
know
like
what else?
Berserk.
I
Oh,
think-
okay.
And because I casted slow on myself after I got the Doom clock, and it didn't slow the clock down. I thought it might, and it did not. I thought I should be rewarded for my ingenuity.
I also realized near the end of the game that I've been helping the enemies out.
Oh, really?
I had a move called Reflect,
Mhm.
which means any magic they do is reflected back at you, or back at the person doing it. I was like, I know what I'm going to do here. And I cast it on the enemy thinking, aha, now he can't do moves to me. But no, I couldn't do moves to him. And it took me a long time till I realized, oh, I'm meant to cast it on myself. Okay. One bad thing, if you cast Reflect, it doesn't discriminate.
Nope, it does not.
The only reason I'm warning you of that is I've cast that on me before now and went to cast a healing spell on myself and it's bounced off and healed the enemy. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
That's really funny. But on a plus side, if you run out of potions and you need to heal one of the enemies to imprison them, then you could do that.
Yeah, that was the old trick in. There was a boss in Final Fantasy IV that she kept curing herself, and that was the way to beat her. Was just throw a wall on her and just beat the hell out of her while she heals you.
Nice. Which, yeah, like there was this guy one of the bosses, you've seen him early on in the game, the guy with the gold mask. But basically, he kept
Oh, is that
doing that.
the cosplay Soul Edge guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, he kept doing that spell that does the doom on me and doing shitloads of stupid moves to me. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. And I just put Reflect on myself. Unfortunately, he didn't once give himself doom. But he did stop doing it to me after a certain point, and I was like, okay, I can do that and then spam remedies if I end up getting inflicted. Like, I love the fact that the main boss actually doesn't have any weaknesses, but he doesn't have any strengths either. Which means if you cast a Reflect and he does any move to you, it instantly hurts him. And I'm like, yes, destroy yourself.
There you go.
Give in to your hate.
I
No.
also like the ones that can eat the elements. That's cool.
Yeah, like that's something you can do as well, Rick. I'm not sure if you've seen that or not, which is kind of cheap but funny.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have enough to heal my fire stack,
Mm.
and since I'd given my other character the ability to cast fire anyway, I just got him to cast fire on my fire stack, so they absorb it and their health goes up.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah, because I was like, I've mentioned that in so many games over the years, and it's such a small thing. But I'm saying, like Charmander in Pokemon, he shouldn't just be immune when you set fire to him. He should fucking heal. He should be born from fire.
Like that should be
He's
like
in
a
his
fucking
element.
part of him. You know, like bathing in some lava. This feels good. You know.
Yeah, he should suddenly do like the Super 17 face and start going as he absorbs my fire. I'm sure that's a reference.
Like what's his face from Fairy Tale? He just eat it all up and then blow it back at you.
Exactly. But no, I like that. You also can ride something on the field, which is cool. You can also have some stroll next to you, which is cool.
Does it do anything other than look cool, or?
Well, they can certain ones can like find items or like interact with the environment if they're right next to you.
Ah, okay.
But riding on stuff doesn't do anything besides looks cool. Like if you're on a motorbike, it's like it doesn't make me that much faster.
It's slightly faster, not a lot.
It's not noticeable.
It's a little bit faster because I was in the marshes, and that's the only place I noticed it like significantly faster. I don't know if it's specifically that terrain, but it makes it slightly faster.
It might be that one because I used it on. There's a part where you have to go up a bridge. People who played the game will see this level as padding.
I just did that.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't like that level. I didn't mind it, but a lot of people didn't like it because like everyone I know who's got the game hates that level because it's just a bridge where you're having to walk all the way up it for hours.
Oh.
But if you turn into
again.
But if you turn into like a little motorbike and you start going up, you don't go much faster. You're still going about the same speed and it takes the same amount of time. My only joy with that was going up it while turning on that Taylor Swift Death Note parody and saying, "I got blank page, baby, I'll write your name."
I can just imagine your little headphones on and stuff, your character just listening to that.
Well, I was just like, yeah, that's cool. Also, I have to about how many champions and monsters have you seen in the game, Rick?
Champions, just the one in the demo, for Titus.
Oh, that's the worst one.
No, that one's cool because he does Blitz Ace. I thought that was neat.
I know, but it's still Titus, so like negative 10% for being Titus.
There are Final Fantasy protagonists I hate more than him, so some of them probably cost 3 levels. But it was that and just the enemies. I saw some of the ones in that ice dungeon with the sliding and the tree dungeon and anything in the demo.
I found one guy who I really love what they've done with him because I couldn't remember him from the main series, Gigamesh.
Oh yeah, good old Gilgamesh.
He's little tiny, like little tribal dude, with little weapons. He looks so adorable as he's screaming "bots" as he's chasing bots around. In a really comical, like Roadrunner-like way, like he's always going up to him going, "Bots, fight me!" And Bots like, "No!" and gets on his chocobo and just drives off. It's funny as hell. And I was like, okay, what does this guy actually look like in Final Fantasy? And I googled away, and then I got the picture. I'm like, holy fuck, that looks awesomely bad. Wait, what? That's the same dude? Like he's almost unrecognizable.
Yeah. At least he like looks cooler than he is because in Final Fantasy V he like cries a lot because he keeps getting his ass whooped. He's like a continual. He's like he's like Goldar with the where he gets thrown away because it's like you have failed me for the last time and he's like no.
I was gonna say that in Tales of the Abyss, that red-haired kid, because he cried a lot.
Oh, Luke, yeah.
That little kid's like, no, my clone's better than me. Me.
One thing that is cool post game is you do unlock a load of extra dungeons, so you can keep leveling up, and there are higher monsters in there.
Cool.
Downside is they're really higher monsters. Like, going from easily killing a fucking god gonna destroy the universes to dying from a chocobo and a moogle is kind of like, wait, what the fuck just happened here?
Was the
When did
Moogle
they get
riding the
when did they
chocobo?
get god form?
Were they in a stack?
Some of them, I think one of them was in a stack, but there was just a field of them, and they just ate through me.
It just individual, like one Moogle just fucking wipes you the shit out.
No,
and then one
no, but you
chocobo
have,
comes.
one Moogle did like a quarter of damage on health. So when each one focus, when you have like 4 or 5 of them focus on one stack, and it's their turn, it goes. You
Oh, they
just
just
sat there
machine gun you.
watching your team. You just sat there watching your team die.
They just machine gun you with numbers.
And I was like, I should have no. But I like that. But the extra dungeons don't have maps either. Like the other ones have maps. Near the end of the game, there's a dungeon without a map, and this one doesn't have a map where you don't know where the fuck you're going, and you don't know what the goal is either for the dungeons, if there is a way of beating them. So you're just trying to go through them, and as a result, you're just meeting up with shitloads of powerful enemies, all of which want you dead. But I also like the music too.
Oh, the music's fantastic. And I also like how when you use your champions, their music stays for like 30 seconds after like you use them.
They do. And like I said, all the champions I've seen so far, I like every single one. I like the animations, like how cute they are. Like Sephiroth does the big ball, lightning comes out of like the fucking cliffs and starts doing all this with the sword. But Snow goes round people with a transforming snowmobile, which instantly made him stay on my team anyway. The fact he does ice damage is just a bonus, but that looks so cool. It's like it's a transforming snowmobile. I love it.
13 had its ups and downs, but I did like that all of their summons were like vehicles as well as like creature. I'm like, and their weapons were like lightning sword also turns into like a gun, and I'm like, that's hitting my weakness. Things that turn into other things.
Things that turn into other things. When you'd love the Genesis. It's the best console. It can turn into a 32X, a Mega CD, a Mega CD with a 32X, and a Mega CD with a Game Genie and Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 on top.
The tower.
So much power.
Unlimited power.
Please make a commercial for that. That's what you do. You just stack all of them, and then you just go unlimited power.
Yeah, just one of them with like the Game Genie and stuff where you just rub it gently and go. Unlike Disney, our genie's still alive.
Yes.
It's approved.
Oh, fun
It
fact:
happened.
the Genesis has had a re-release recently in Brazil. I just thought that was slightly relevant. It's slightly cool, but yeah, like I said, the music and stuff is cool, and like I said, the champions all have beautiful animations. The monsters have beautiful animations. After the game, post-game, when you've done it as many times as I did with the bosses, you get an award. You get a reward which allows you to remove the humans from the stack and replace them with monsters. So you have a stack of all monsters.
That's
Which
what
is-
I want. They suck. The monsters are better.
I actually prefer. I keep the humans because they're way more powerful. The monsters can't catch up because the humans have been through the whole game.
Oh, that's
They're like-
also true.
But
But-
the other good thing about the thing is if you replace them with monsters, they can't use champions.
Oh, that's true.
They lose some of the stuff on the side, stuff only a human would know what to do with and summon. I'm like, that's cool, that's clever. But yeah, like I said, the champions are cool, the dungeons are good, the interventions, I love the interventions, they're just wonderful.
Do you like the side quest thingies?
Oh, you mean like when the little people in the town ask you to go do something?
Yeah.
Some I do, I haven't done all of them. One dude said, oh, can you go and get me all this? And I went and got him, he goes, oh, thanks, now can you go get me all this? I'm like, fuck you.
I know, right? I swear he's actually it was the guy outside the sand village, right?
Yeah.
I swear, he's the voice of that fucking kid in Fairy Tale, the fire dude. He's got the same fucking voice.
Speaking of voices, I will say I love that so much.
Oh, the voice
The
acting here is
fact-
awesome.
The fact the voices are the actual voice, or at least I think they're the proper voices for the Final Fantasy characters. They sound like them.
They sound good.
Yeah, they sound similar enough. But like when I was playing through with Sammy, he's like, yeah, that sounds like their voice actors. Like even Cloud, you see a little chibi, and he's like, all depressed and Cloud, and you're like, oh my god, that's so awesome. I don't know why, but the fact he has an actual voice makes him somehow cooler.
It
What
was.
made him the coolest was him fighting a vampire. That was just fucking cool. A chibi vampire versus chibi Cloud. I'm like, oh, it's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Just because, I'm sorry, chibi vampires, that like to quote Richter earlier, that's hitting my weaknesses. I love vampires. Like, there was ones in here where there's like a little vampire bat that turns into a proper vampire, and he has a white vampire form, and he has a vampire prime form. I have them all. Also, I didn't realize, when you're on the main world, you probably found it, Pew, but did you realize the twins had a bedroom?
Yeah.
Didn't realize that. They never told me. And after post game, I was like, wait a minute, what's down here? And just walked down. I was like, oh my god, it's their room. Wait, I can see all the biographies and all the character models and stuff. I'm like, oh yes, I found my Pokedex. So I can review through all the entries, because the entries have had a lot of thought put into them.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen some of those entries and they are amazing. Just like some of the references and the jokes and stuff in them. I'm like, I appreciate that.
And there's a big old Kate Sith just, chilling in the background.
Yep, you also get an airship in the game.
Cool.
What?
Yeah,
No, just kidding.
you get an airship in the game, and you have to. And there is a part where you can fly around. The airship doesn't seem that useful, except for the fact there's some mirages in the sky that you can go into. The like muck rifts, whatever they're called, enter through them and do some more challenging muck rifts. But it's still fun because you get to pilot an airship. And I love once they show you the airship, the first thing Tama's, I think it's Tama, it's either Tama or someone else, says to you is, and I know what you're all thinking, you want to fly this, don't you? Well, you can. And I'm like, yay. Flies like a piece of shit.
You the whatever.
Yeah, handles like a piece of the shit. Say like there's a muck rift on the map where my finger is here. It took me the longest time to get my ship to actually fucking activate. I was like going all over the place trying to get to it, and I was like, just enter
No
it.
depth perception or something.
It was like, to quote Happy Gilmore, it's just get in your home. Was there anything you wanted to add, Pew?
I don't know, it's just a super fun game that I like. I like the twins. There's I don't know. No, it's nothing. It's just like aesthetic things annoy me. Like stupid. Like I just hate how her bangs are straight, but then she has other bangs that go to the left side over her hair. It's like this. Like like why would you do that?
Why would you do any of the hair in anime?
I know, but that one seems specifically awful. Like I don't know.
Like his is spiked all the way up, like he's had an electric shock.
This is just crisscrossing now. Like, why would you do that?
It's part of his style. I like that, but yeah.
It looked totally fine.
I like the twins too, and I love the fact they keep making fun of the fact Lan is an idiot.
Yeah, he really is. Oh my god.
Even to the point Tama makes fun of him multiple times for being an idiot.
Yeah.
And I also love the fact I also love the little running joke too, where he keeps calling Tama like a little skunk or something, and she's like, "Don't call me the stinky," and she's like getting pissed off by it. It's so cool. Tama is wonderful. Don't compare me to the stinky. But yeah, there's also a demon later on, Rick. In one of the missions. Like I say which one, but there's like a giant fucking demon, and a character. I'm not gonna say which one either. It says, yeah, there's been reports of a demon around here. He's like, a demon, huh? What does it look like? And she looks and goes, well, you do match the description. He goes, do I? Then I must be a demon. And I'm like, that's so wonderful. Like the demon didn't know he's a demon. Come on. And he's like, I'm not a demon. And she's like, yeah, you are. You're the demon, blah 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 servant. He's like, wait, so I'm the demon servant. Then how am I a demon? And I just love that. And I'm like I said, like so much work went into this. Like it took me 60+ hours to finish the story, and I've still got more to go. I loved it.
You could tell there's a lot of love and effort in there. Like even like the little, like all the descriptions of all like the little animations of characters. Like there's been so many references that says if you don't understand like what what was it, like a gramophone or something is, you know, you're a hipster and this is for you or something. It was like it like literally said that like in the description.
Oh, something I was going to mention on this, but I realized I mentioned it before we went on the air, was there are optional bosses in places too,
Oh, cool.
which give you rarer mirages. Like in this factory place, there was these like giant versions of cactar that ate through my health. It took me the longest. Like I saved and kept doing the same fight over and over. I was going mad with it. Like, oh, why is this so? This shouldn't be this difficult. They've like one shot at me. I shouldn't be able to hurt them. I should at least be able to hurt them. Why isn't this happening? And eventually I managed to catch them and stuff when I found out how to catch them and which moves would give me the things to create the prism states. But then I did it and I'm like, oh, God's sake, this wasn't the way out. This was an entirely optional thing. I could have just come back here when I was more powerful and ate through them.
Yay!
Is there anything worse than doing something like that and getting stuck and thinking honestly that the game's put like it suddenly got a spike in difficulty, then realizing afterwards, wait, it's optional?
Yeah.
You that did the thing.
I didn't do the thing. Also, the Colosseum is run by a Tonberry.
He has the most amazing voice, like him
He
and the cactar who runs a train. Like I didn't expect such a like amazing, like kind of silky smooth, like awesome voice coming from these little chibi dudes.
There's also mini games.
Ooh.
You'll unlock them near the end, but there's mini games that you can play through. Like Lightning gets one where she's running through a dungeon, and you get to press like I think it's triangle for lightning enemies, circle for fire enemies, and X for ice enemies.
Cool.
Which is kind of cool. There's one I didn't like where you had to guess where the enemies were and shoot them on a grid. I didn't like that game. There's one where you have to hit the conductor.
Like the cactar guy?
Yeah, you have to hit him, but it's impossible to hit him. Like, it's impossible to know where he's going to go. Like, literally, the only strategies I can find for that mini game online is just keep going in one direction and hope he pops up in there.
Well, you know, they have the highest evasion, so.
Yeah,
They're
they
so
do, but
uncracked.
still, I'm like, for a mini game, I'm like, that's bad. But there's a few little mini games, and they're fun. And you can go back, and I think you can play them in the twins' bedrooms. You can play them and go back through and try and beat your high scores and stuff. They're pretty fun.
One thing that bothers me with that twins' bedroom, it has one bed. They're sleeping next to each other. That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Or one sleeping on the couch.
I know they have a couch, but
that's not their home.
it's not. But it's their room, and there's only one bed.
So one sleeps on the couch.
I don't think they do though. I think they chill on the couch.
We never see any of them. We never see them sleep together, so we'll just assume it's not something devious.
I know.
But it's like I said, yeah, you can shrink them down and grow them in the bedroom too, which is funny.
Grow
Like
them
at one
in the
point,
bedroom.
like at one point when he was shrunk down in the bedroom to his chibi form, and he was on the settee, I spoke to him. He's like, you know, I kind of think I prefer this form.
He said that.
Yeah, he said that when I spoke to him when he's on the chair, and I'm like, that's cool, because you only play as one of the twins, whichever one you happen to be controlling. The other one goes, like, she goes on the bed, he goes on the couch. So it's up to you which one you control, and I'm like, that's cool. But yeah, the twins' room's a little extra. Also, Seraphy, the little fairy we mentioned earlier, keeps getting stuff on her head, which is fun.
She doesn't even know it's there, and you have to take it off of her. Like she's like, "Hey, get that stuff off my head," or whatever.
Yeah, and then when you see it another time, she's like, "Oh, you can have it," and just bends down and lets you have it. And they boost you. So, like some of them will be XP boosts, other ones will be boosting your champion meter a bit and stuff. And I'm like, that's cool.
Mhm.
So if you pay attention and see someone on her head and ask her, you actually get a bonus for doing so.
Yeah. Does the girl who forgot her name ever remember her name?
Really make you think
I haven't
twice
seen her
about
remember her name.
Tess.
Ah, I thought like maybe at the end, like the story or something, she'd be like, "Oh, I mean, it was like Julie or
No,
something."
no. All we know is we find out she's a guardian of time.
Sound like we're dumpster
Oh, okay. That's not a name though.
Yeah, that's not. As I said, we don't find out her name. All we find out is she's a guardian of time.
I
Which,
know.
as I was also going to say, isn't that big a spoiler considering she lives in a fucking tea room that's the gateway between all time.
Yeah.
It's like when they then revealed, wait, she might be a guardian of time. I'm like, really?
Thanks, Sherlock.
Condescending Wonka pose.
No, but I forgot my name. You know what I would do? I'd just make up a new one.
She doesn't care. She's between all time. Therefore, because she's between all time, technically her mind would be before she has a name and after she has a name, so it'd be all mixed up. So no name kind of suits what they went for with her.
Yeah.
And she does sell you items too.
When she sells you the champion things, that's where you get them.
No, I mean items too.
Oh, okay.
After you buy all the champions and you beat all of the missions, because they cost money to run the intervention missions, you can then buy extra seeds for her, which is what you place in the blank spaces to teach people like fire resistance. Also, if you max out a character's board and you get a star, you get an extra ability, Rick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I've maxed out a few. When I've maxed them out, you then get to pick between like say 5 options, and it'll be like a new move, another new move, fire resistance, water resistance, accuracy up or something. And you pick one of them, you just get a bonus thing, and I'm like, that's cool. So you get a reward for maxing out their little board.
Nice.
Get out.
But how would you guys rate this?
I rate it as super awesome. Like I don't
Out of
know,
10?
but I say 9.
No, I wasn't saying you have to rate out of 10. I was just joking. She said I rate it super awesome. I was like, what, out of 10?
A super awesome out of table.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's super fun. I recommend everybody pick it up.
Fair enough.
It's just something you're gonna love and something to take away.
Nice. And I know you haven't played much of it, Rick, but from what you have played, how would you rate it?
I think it was really good. I very much enjoyed it because I share played it after I played the demo, and there were several points where I just stopped and I was like, "Oh, I'm just playing this game." Like I wasn't, I was just sitting there like playing. Oh yeah, it wasn't like, oh yep, I got to share play. I got to try to review it. I was just playing it, and I was like, "This is fun." I would definitely recommend fans of Final Fantasy pick it up. I know I will, hopefully soon. It's really fun.
It was. And yeah, out of my normal scale, I definitely give this a buy. It's really fun. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to name this my game of the year.
Woo!
I just, the amount of times, like when I had like time free or something, I just sat there playing it, and then I'd look up and it'd be like 10 hours later, and I'm like, what just happened?
That's what Civ does to me.
Yeah, or like near the end of some of the twists, and I'm just like, oh my god, no! Or that depressing ending, and I'm like, no, it can't end this way. I must undo this. And I'm like, I shouldn't have spent so long doing it, but it's really addictive. And like I said, I haven't played all the Final Fantasy games, and the ones I have played besides Type 0 was so many years ago, I've forgotten a lot of stuff from them, if that makes sense. But I still just had a complete blast with it, and I was just like, it's so awesome. Like, which is great, because I've played it with Richter and Simon, who I know love Final Fantasy, and they both loved the game. And I've got friends of mine who don't really like Final Fantasy, but I got them to try the game, and they're like, that's awesome! And they went out and bought the game, and I'm like, that's just cool. Like, I was also worried because of all the advertisement 15 was getting that this wouldn't get any publicity or no one would hear about it. But there's a lot of people playing it. I'm like, that's cool. But yeah, that was our review.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Richter Hammer.
No, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Anastasia Lazerbeam.
I knew you were gonna do it, you fucking cocksucker.
Fine, I won't thank you again. My bad. But yes. Have the peace.
Yeah, super lame, I know. I mean, all I've really got is this deep-seated grudge, which is great for my hex life. But sometimes the magic just isn't there, even though it's supposed to be.
Alright, I get it. If I can't slay you, I may as well make you useful.
For real?
From now on, instead of scaring adventurers away from my inn, I want you to scare them towards it. If you can do that, you're hired.
Cool! You really mean it? Yes, I'll do it! I'm on the job!
And don't you go threatening them or stealing their valuables.
Oh, I would never dream of it, mistress! Ooh, I have a purpose, something to live for at long last!
You just got through telling us you're dead. Well, that should take care of that. Repia, we're leaving.
Oh, right! Hey, wait, mistress! I'm going with you!
Nope, your job is right here, 24/7.
What? Is that, like, even legal?